Hey all, this is Anton,
And this is THD.
and welcome to a very special patron-funded HellfireComms event. This is the HFC Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour. No, I couldn't come up with a better name. That's what we're going with here. This is roughly a week or so of TV comms, essentially revolving around, like, Super Sentai and other, like, Sentai adaptations for the Western audience, such as Beetleborgs, we have Power Rangers, obviously, a little bit of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, forgot the name there for a second, and stuff like that. Now, Helldragon, I assume you grew up on this stuff the same way I did.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was really popular during the 90s where, Power Rangers became successful, so a lot of these started coming in. So I dug it up a lot as a kid, personally. Some of these that we're going to cover, I haven't actually seen. I've seen, like, reviews here and there, things like that. One unfortunate admission that we weren't able to get footage for was Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters, but oh well, you got to make do with what you got, I guess. But, yeah, I've always been a fan of this stuff when I was a kid, so it'll be interesting to kind of revisit it and see some stuff I wasn't able to see.
Oh yeah, I doubt it's going to hold up well. Mostly the video quality, we had to go with what we could find here, and some of it is like watching a VHS copy through a fisheye lens. I apologise, that's what happens when they don't release DVD box sets and whatnot. So, the first one we're going to be looking at today, we'll be releasing one, like, video each day. Some will have, like, one-offs like this, and tomorrow's, there's a couple of 2-parters in here, and then we have, like, a couple of 5 to 6 part arcs that will be released in the same video. But Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is an American television series produced by Suburaya Productions, Ultracom, and Dick Entertainment, with distribution by All American Television, and ran for one season from September 12th, 94 to April 11th, 95 in syndication as well as on ABC. It was an adaptation of the Japanese tokusatsu series Denko Shojin Gridman, or Gridman the Hyper Agent. It was originally going to be called Power Boy, but was renamed to SSSSSSSS by Saban, and they claimed this was done to avoid confusion with the Power Rangers.
Yeah, and it's also the same production studio. They're also responsible for making the Ultraman series. Now, the Gridman, the titular Gridman, actually looks pretty similar to an Ultraman type of hero for that,
Yes,
but it's
yeah.
actually a really different show. I hear it's apparently actually pretty good, from what I've heard, and this one is apparently a faithful adaptation to a degree, as much as you can get with a 90s, adaptation series for that. So I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Cool. Alright guys, you know how we do these TV comms. Syncing instructions are in the video description should you need them, but we're going to count you down, and there's just a one episode, so no need to worry about getting a second one up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Picture this. It's the 90s. You sat down, ready for the next epic installment of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and you got this instead. Helldragon, would you feel gypped?
Well, I don't know. It really would depend on the show. But from what I know about Gridman, admittedly, little things, it does have some neat elements. All the fights are taking place in the internet, so you can actually be a little bit more creative with the backgrounds. The monster suits look pretty good. Apparently, the fights are actually pretty in-depth compared to, like, Megazord fighting. So, like I said, I've heard some good things, but I've never actually seen the show, so I kind of want to see how it plays out.
Well, first things first, the main character, let me get up the list here, Sam Collins / Servo, is portrayed by Matthew Lawrence.
That doesn't ring a bell, but please continue.
Well, he was Jack Hunter in Boy Meets World. He also played Chris Hillard in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh shit, he was in Boy Meets World? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was Jack.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen Boy Meets World, you'll have to forgive me on that one.
Yeah, so as we said, it's during the 90s. Every group of kids had their own band. They attended high school. That's really fucking encroaching on Power Rangers territory there, I think. And Tim Curry is the voice of Kilo Khan.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I recognize, fucking Tim Curry. Everything else here is, like, Greek to me, so I guess we'll see what happens.
To protect and Servo. This is how you know you've got a kid's winner on your hands, if the titles are like puns and whatnot.
At least it's not The Beginning or It Starts or some shit like that.
Yeah, I had to put up with that for Witch and whatnot.
You also have to remember this is when Saved by the Bell was airing, so of course they had to have some, like, fucking Screech character up in here, you know?
I don't think he's as bad as Dustin Diamond, but I'm just jealous that my second name isn't Diamond or some type of jewel, honestly.
God, this really does look like your old-ass 90s Saved by the Bell sitcom with the camera work, things like that. I mean, give Power Rangers some credit. At least they had some cameras that moved around, you know?
Well, to be fair, most of that was already done on the Super Sentai side of things.
That's true.
What is the difference between tokusatsu and Super Sentai? I want to look this up, actually. It often deals with science fiction, fantasy, or horror, but movie and television shows in other genres can sometimes count as The most popular type of tokusatsu include kaiju monster movies like Godzilla and Gamera, TV serials such as the Kamen Rider and Metal Hero series. Metal Hero obviously was adapted into VR Troopers, which we'll be covering later, and stuff like Giant Robo.
Yeah, so, I mean, Kamen Rider really kind of got things moving. I believe Super Sentai kind of came out after that. But Kamen Rider is really the thing you think of when you think of Toku. People in rubber suits fighting against each other in rubber suits. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird how it took off so well here in the US, because when you look at the actual footage, you have to remember that shit's from like the 80s. Some of it doesn't look that good, and today, of course, you'd obviously notice the discrepancy, but back then, it was so out of the ordinary, so unusual compared to our, American eyes here, that I guess it's easy to see why it took off and became as popular as it did.
I have to say, there was one instance that will always stick with me. It's when, you remember the Eye Guy episode of Power Rangers?
Which season? Was that like the original?
Yeah, my Morphin.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember him.
Yeah, and there was one, scene. They tried their best to cut around it, but you can very clearly see Billy or someone who was in Billy's suit in the original, trying to defend a very clearly Japanese girl from being attacked.
Yeah, it's, you kind of have to make do when you're, splicing and positioning this footage as your own.
Basically. So, yeah, let's go through the cast list here. Sam Collins, the frontman and guitarist of his band Team Samurai. He was always willing to help anyone in need or be their friend, and often vies for the attention of the cheerleader Jennifer Doyle, having been in and out of relationships with her, sometimes even competing with Malcolm Frink for her affections. He has even gone so far as to try to be friends with Malcolm, although Malcolm never returned the favour. He is clever and easygoing. He also loves his unseen little sister Elizabeth, though often felt pestered by her shenanigans.
Yeah, the best sister isn't seen in any context.
So yeah, this is what I guess would pass for the juice bar. This is female Ernie, essentially.
Yeah, she's got a weird motorcycle enthusiasm, because, she's the lunch lady. She's got to be wacky. Everybody needs... I guess for kids shows, the lunch lady characters weren't exactly developed, you know what I mean? And it's, I guess I liked it back then, the whole fact that they balance all of this fighting footage with, the sitcom, the drama, things like that. And I guess back then I was receptive of it. These days, I don't know, but hell, it was an earlier time.
You've become more, cynical towards high school stuff, I've noticed.
I'm cynical in general. It's not just high school themed shit.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm assuming this is Mrs. Rimba Cha-Cha, it says in quotation marks, Starkey, portrayed by Diana Bellamy, the cafeteria lunch lady who often cracks jokes relating to the poor quality of the food she serves, such as enjoying her hobby of riding her motorcycle and being married multiple times.
Classic family humor. The multiple marriage gag.
Okay, let's see. This loner dressed in black garb, and who also attends North Valley High School, has to be Malcolm Frink, played by Glenn Boudin. He only finds companionship in Kilokhan, who we'll meet later. Using a special program, he designs the megavirus monsters, which are brought to life by Kilokhan and sent into a specific electronic object. Blah, 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 plot, 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 spoilers.
Man, I want to see the program that he uses in the fucking 90s to create viruses. Kilokhan, I've bust out this amazing new tool to help me create monsters. It's called Visual Basic.
Oh no, Microsoft Windows 3.0.
Oh no, back then 3.1, and then when it got to Windows 95 and Windows 98, that's when you knew you were playing with power.
By the way, I will have to have a talk after we're done recording this in the next episode, because there's a certain marathon happening in January that you might be very interested in.
Oh, is that right?
Indeed. Yeah, let's not order from here. Let's just get Domino's instead.
Well, I don't know. We can't drive yet, and I guess even back in are they in high school? I think they're in high school and middle school. Okay, it's hard to fucking tell sometimes. I mean, they clearly act like they're children.
Sorry, did that have a point? Were you going somewhere with it?
Oh, I did, but then I decided to stop.
Okay.
Because I'm sorry, this man... Ooh, he just got, like, served there, I think.
Okay, let's see. I'm guessing this is Tanker, portrayed by Kevin Castro, Sam's best friend, the band's drummer, and stereotypical jock. He was particularly adept at school sports, especially football. He had a crush on fellow Team Samurai member, Sydney, especially admiring her for her intelligence. He always seemed to have a big appetite, as evidenced in the episode A Break in the Food Chain. He would go crazy if he didn't eat anything for a period of time. I can relate. He also held a particularly strong dislike for Malcolm Frank. In cyberspace, spoilers, we'll see that later.
Yeah, I don't even know they cover it in this episode, because that's like later on for shit they can do, but we're only covering the one, that's all you guys paid for, deal with it.
Well, it's more so, we went through, like, the list, and we decided what would be best to show off for each thing, and I honestly couldn't remember, like, any arcs for Samurai Cyber Squad, because there's, like, 52 episodes or so, and I only remember watching about 10 of them.
Well, that's more than me. I only know this episode because I watched it in like somebody else's review, and that's pretty much it. I haven't even touched any other squad since then.
Oh no, this plan is going to backfire horribly. I see you there, sneaking telephone numbers.
I wonder why Malcolm doesn't have any friends. Could it be because he wears his black and makes some of the worst fucking snarking humor imaginable?
Is Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad just someone's Harry Potter, like, AU, where it's like they're all in a high school, and Malcolm is just, like, Snape?
Well, that would be pretty inventive, especially considering the fact that this came out years before Harry Potter was invented.
Well, someone could have written it after the fact, like they got really enamored with, like, tokusatsu or Sentai shows. Yeah, that phone's gonna be ringing off the hook, and you're gonna have to, like, do the little dial thing. It's not like today's phones. I'm so fucking old.
Yeah, man, so many people will be dialing 1-800-CALLATT on this girl.
Okay, that just went right over my head. We'll be right back after these toys!
Buy all our playsets and toys!
I had so many Power Ranger stuff that I just ended up selling one day. I guess I moved on to video games.
Man, I didn't get enough Power Ranger stuff. I finally only bought my Tiger Zord over here at like a fucking flea market. He's not even complete.
Oh. Really? Microsoft Paint.
He's using kid pics. That's how he makes his monsters.
If only.
If only my hubris wasn't gonna bite me in the ass.
Oh wow, is he just like stealing assets from like ancient NES Godzilla games?
Really, he's just a Doom modder, and he's stealing all of his shit from other modders on the internet. Oh my god, it's Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Incoming ham!
Leave it to Tim Curry to take any role, fucking anything, even in some random fucking Sentai adaptation, and just be completely 100% ham and make it memorable. Like, that's his talent. It could be the dumbest shit in the world, but it's Tim fucking Curry, so it doesn't matter.
That's why people, like, were so connected to him, I feel. He did his job. He was a consummate professional, and like you said, he could make anything entertaining. Like, he had this, other such roles that I remember as a child, as Muppets Treasure Island, especially.
That's true, he made voices for... Well, shit, he was in all of our cartoons growing up. It's like him, Jim Cummings, you know, just the people you remember from childhood.
Good design for Killer Khan as well, I think.
That's true. I think we fight him in Mortal Kombat one time, I don't remember.
I was going to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles myself. He's got a bit of a Shredder-esque aesthetic going on.
Actually, yeah, I can totally see the Shredder in this guy. Well, I mean, the show was running at the time, so it makes sense.
This is the precursor to 4chan. Malcolm was the one who set everything in motion.
It basically works like it does in Mega Man Battle Network. The internet is just a virtual landscape.
I wish someone could make, like, a mod of Mega Man Battle Network 6 where you could transform into server.
That'd be pretty good.
What's in it for me, Kilo Khan? Will you invent a virus that sucks my dick? Didn't think so.
Here on the internet, we have so many things like that. Yeah, let's just send Godzilla after him. It's Japan. It's basically the same.
No, it's America. They're not ready for this. Haha, too bad.
Bulbasaur's mad over there. great, and take a bite out of crime.
I'm pretty sure, like, guys, I know when you're writing for series like this, you're trying to get stuff right, but I'm pretty sure viruses can't pass through power lines.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can't go inside of a computer and turn into an armored warrior to fight them, but that's just me.
Whatevs. Oh no, all the telecommunication systems are down. How will we fax people now?
I am looking for a gym. I'm so fat, help. Yeah, that's right, we don't have Battletoads, good night.
There's very little meat in these gym mats. I'm so evil!
You know, you could have just called her yourself first, just throwing that out there.
More toys! Back from toys!
Apparently, the toys for the show are actually pretty cool, because you get the main guy, and then you get vehicles that can attach him like armor, and the armor looks boss as fuck, actually, so I would not mind seeing some of those toys.
I would look some stuff up now, but I don't want to, you know. I just don't want to, I'm lazy, really.
Why are you talking to her through the garbage chute?
Because that's where she lives. That was Kath Susie, by the way. She plays the sister.
Why couldn't they just hire another actress? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, because she didn't exist in the original thing?
Also, budget, I suppose. I mean, this show does admittedly look pretty cheap.
Yeah, they have like 2 sets. This, the cafeteria, and Malcolm's room. What? No, guys, this warrants a bit more worry.
See, this is what happens when you copy that floppy.
Oh god, Am's taking him over.
In the not-too-distant future, next Sunday AD.
Wow. Ha.
Now, he's taking that rather well.
Yeah, seriously, you became electronic data and warped inside the thing, and now you have a morpher, apparently? Yeah, literally. Why are you panicking?
Now available in stores. Yeah, better sell that to the kids. It looks kind of nerdy.
It started when an electronic device did what it did, and then the rest of the Ben 10 theme song. Well, now we're gonna cut to that one Goosebumps episode where the voice inside the door kills the guy's little sister.
Watch out when your kids come home wearing strange Technicolor watches, parents.
They may just be a Power Ranger.
1, 1, 1.
Fuck this tower in particular.
I don't like it because it reminds me of a piece of Fortress Maximus.
Not bad destruction so far. I'm not buying that you're, like, destroying the internet and whatnot, though.
I don't know, you kind of have to suspend a lot of disbelief for this show. 1, 2... Oh no, I wrote it wrong.
You just imagine, like, someone somewhere is watching this virus do its thing, but can't lift a finger to help. It's like, oh, if only there was a costumed teenage boy ready to go into the internet itself and destroy it.
Of course, this open world game has you destroy towers, makes sense.
What? Sorry, can't hear you. You sound like a monster.
You want to do what in the locker room?
I swear I fought this thing in Shadow of the Colossus.
Or Monster Hunter, it's pretty close.
Typical. You try to call your crush and you wind up with lava on the phone.
Fucking teenagers, I swear, they do this every time.
Somehow the television systems are still working.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
We don't know.
News. Okay, because it goes off the screen so I can't read it.
There you go, footage from the original.
Yeah, that's definitely the original footage, actually. Next on news, this dog eats this hat, and it's adorable.
Well, looks like it's up to me.
Finally, I'm downloading an action figure from the internet.
I did want naked pictures of my favourite TV stars, but this will have to do, I guess.
Alright, let me just put in the Game Genie codes.
Whoa, freaking! Yeah, I was up to this point. What of it?
I am Iron Man! Oh no, there he goes. He's really flying away.
Whee!
I cannot believe that we have another show in this marathon also dedicated to the internet and virtual reality.
This one's a bit more liberal, though, because it's like not just the internet, it's like telecommunication systems and whatnot.
Oh, I thought he was small, but now he's big all of a sudden. Whatever. Man, listen to that fucking butt rock in the background, though.
Oh yeah, that's why we love these shows in the 90s. That's probably why I still love butt rock to this day, honestly.
And again, to its credit, although I like Megazords, they always look a lot more stiff. Here they have the benefit of, with, Servo himself being more flexible, he can actually do more variety of moves and react to things. So it does look better. I mean, as much as you get without in the background. He has strafe, dexterity, and constitution. I like that.
Yeah, well, you gotta keep your electronic form intact, and Mark was like, yes, this totally beats downloading porn on a Friday night.
I don't know, that's a pretty good way to spend a Friday.
And Gillicon's like, Malcolm, you realize you could do both. Sorry, that was my best Tim Curry impression.
Well, not many people can be Tim Curry, let's be honest. Shut up, it was like a bunch of cats are attracted to his mouth with the way the lasers are going.
I actually kind of like the Gridman suit a lot. It's pretty iconic.
It looks good, yeah. I mean, like, the armor looks good, and again, the add-ons he gets later on also look really neat. I think it's a great design.
Like, spoilers, guys, we probably won't see it in this episode, but his friends are actually able to, like, pilot Zords. They don't, like, grow big or anything, but they, like, form armor that Servo wears.
I think if I kick it a fourth time... No, it's not working.
What happened to all your lasers and lava?
What's with this Final Fantasy fight music? He does body slam the fucking thing, which is always nice.
This is what they did to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is essentially the Japanese getting revenge on the Western audience. Oh, I'm trying to affect an accent, but it's coming out poorly against Tim Curry, of all people.
Yeah, Tim Curry is naturally British, so...
Should you really be, like, talking back to him? He could probably turn you into, like, a dongle.
He's gonna fry his credit card, that's how bad it's gonna be.
Yo, slow motion attack now!
Is he... Oh, I thought he died from in there. No, he's just shooting an attack. Oh, is he gonna do, like, the Ultra Beam?
Yeah, that's it. That's how we do fireballs.
And just spam fireballs. It's always like that in Street Fighter. That was the thing at the time.
It's no go, Green Ranger, go, but I'll live.
I'm just gonna stand up, I'm so mad.
Servo Beam!
I thought he was firing like a cock cannon for a minute there. Nope, there we go, we gotta do the Ultra Beam.
There we go. Virus deleted.
I kinda wish he blew up a little better than that, but I'll take it, I guess.
I'm out this bitch. Oh, he's healing the internet. Clap for him! Clap for Servo!
Thank goodness, shooting magical healing lasers from his tits. Awesome.
These tunes, though, what the fuck?
At last, we'll finally get back to all of our crank calls. Ah, Tell and Isden is back. Good.
Oh shit, I gotta get back. Coochie awaits!
Jennifer's been on the phone for like 20 minutes.
She's persistent, I'll give her that. Oh, Tim Curry is mad. We'll be back, my toys!
Buy them all. Yeah, 52 episodes to buy them all.
It's like 1 minute left.
Yeah, I know. No, I think you've got bigger problems.
Yeah, like, can I take Jennifer to the dance? Will Malcolm ever be my friend? What was with Home Improvement, anyway?
Can Agumon stay in my locker and not get detected?
Oh yeah. That's my excuse for being a complete puss and not finishing the conversation.
Trust me, I got satisfied from that call anyway.
Whoa, first episode and he already gets the girl. Fuck it, that's it. Close the series down there.
Fuck, I thought Tommy was fast.
Dude, he was the Giga Chad of the 90s, was Tommy.
Let's just put that away so she doesn't see it.
There we go. That was episode 1 of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. What do you think, THD?
I probably would have liked it a lot as a kid. I wish I actually did kind of see it on TV. Because again, the suit and the fights looked pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure why they never aired it in my area. So, hey, maybe it's one of those hidden classics I didn't know about.
Maybe, or maybe it'll just like completely fall off a cliff 10 episodes in. But well, we only said we were doing one, guys. So come back tomorrow, where we'll be going to the other side of the pond, and I guess the other side of the genre spectrum, when we check out an episode of The Mystic Knights of Tir Na Nog. See you then.